Success in esports can mean many things. Stacked rosters, unbelievable plays, superstars who redefine their games. But when Kadril started a team, he had something else in mind.
He made the play with the full information, and Crown is calling out that he had no information.
Right,
Yes.
so let's go out for Velia, stop lying.
I had the instinct, bro. I know, I had the instinct. Like, why do I need
Stop
to
race
like...
trading and stop lying, that's it.
Los Ratones are a team who fight and scream and banter all live on stream. They've pulled the curtain back on an esports team like no one has before. The good, the bad, and the bouse.
Bouse, you need to end the game.
Bounce!
I'll die for you.
No, don't die for me.
Yeah, Ziggs flash.
You might
Yeah.
ult this wave, it's okay.
No, he doesn't have, he was this top,
Yeah. 30 seconds to Jake.
What the f are you doing up there, Bouse?
I don't know. I don't know what my champion does.
And every day, they're reminding us why we love this game.
I think we should do Nash.
What is skibbity macro is this?
Nice silence! Nemi! Bouncy! Get out, Bouncy! Run! Look out for the Gwen! Come on, baby! We're back! We're so f***ing back!
Unless you're gonna form a team and grind harder than them, you don't stand a chance. I'm starting an esports team in League of Legends. The roster is the Baus top lane, Velia in the jungle, Nemesis mid lane, Crowny AD carry, and Reckless on support. I'll be the coach, and the team name is Los Ratones.
No one really knew what to expect when Kadril announced his team. He was a former pro player and caster, but now he was one of the biggest content creators in the scene. For a lot of fans, he'd become the face of competitive League broadcasts as the biggest English co-streamer in the world. It had been a long time since he'd set foot in the competitive world, and the results of that run are meme history to this day.
Ready to take a fight. Flash over. How do you... Just canceled. Wait. That was Kadril just canceled it.
But this was something different. Kadril brought together Nemesis, Reckless, Crowny, Baus, and Velia for a new competitive team. On paper, they were 5 of the unlikeliest teammates imaginable. Kadril's goal was to create a team that could compete, sure, but also to make a team with chemistry. A team that could star in content and earn fans even if they didn't win. Each of these players was, in their own way, a question mark. Someone who'd been counted out, thrown out, or never given a chance in the first place. Reckless had gone from a wonderkin to a world's finalist to a floundering ADC turned support. Then, refusing to settle for middling results in the very region he once elevated, he left for Korea to play in Team 1's academy team. But after hoisting a Worlds trophy he didn't even play for, Reckless returned to his homeland and put what he'd learned under literally the best roster on the planet to the test.
Yo, cameraman! Cameraman, get Reckless on the trophy! Reckless with the trophy!
Next, Nemesis, Reckless's former teammate and the hotshot mid laner who never was. Tasked with filling Cap's shoes after his departure from Fnatic in 2018, Nemesis entered the LEC as a promising rookie who, in the span of 1 year, developed the ego and ability to stand toe-to-toe with Faker at Worlds.
He's laughing. Nemesis, though, now he's the one in trouble. The slow does connect. Faker willing to go right back under tower.
Nemesis just smashes Faker underneath the tower. The ultimate from the Faigal, putting him in his place.
Unfortunately, his time on Fnatic was short-lived, and the circumstances surrounding his tempestuous departure are debated to this day.
The reason why he wasn't getting offers from the best teams is because he was not good enough. No, it's because the teams are already filled with players, and I'm also like blacklisted by a lot of teams because of the narrative that I'm a bad teammate. They don't want to deal with this. Also, I associate myself with certain people that orgs want to blacklist and they stay away. Therefore, they also blacklist me.
And then there was Crowny, a mechanically talented ADC who showed flashes of brilliance in the LEC, but struggled to find a permanent home until Los Ratones decided he'd be a perfect fit.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, more.
Velia, the jungler, was the team's rookie. Not only did he come in with zero professional experience, he had little to no name recognition. This meant that he was the runt of the litter. It also meant that he had no bad habits and could be molded specifically to meet his teammates' needs.
Well, I'm gonna do something really special. So for a fact I know that he's taking the blue now. And Olaf is living on top. I can check from this bush when the grump is low, because he used smite on the blue most likely. And then I can try to play. See?
Last but never least was Kadril's most controversial acquisition, Baus. This giggly, demonic, 5'0" Scion abuser had been terrorizing high elo top lanes for years in solo queue while shamelessly asserting that he could school paycheck stealers in the LEC.
So when I was saying like, oh, I could beat top laners in LEC, I was just fucking yapping. I was just yapping, right? But then I actually watched the games yesterday and what the fuck? How bad is EU?
More than any other member of this roster, people wanted to see what Baus was made of. And Kadril believed that, in spite of all the memes and deaths, Baus was the real deal.
We're going to fine-tune a few things here and there. I don't want to change his style too much. And I think a lot of you, if you know the Baus, you'll know that he has really good mechanics. And I think that if we just kind of hone and fine-tune those skills, I think he'll be absolutely fine.
At the tail end of the year, Reckless had personal commitments after his contract with T1 expired. So the first look for Los Ratones saw the Rat King himself playing support. Now, Kadril hadn't played competitively in years, and when he did, he played mid and jungle. He'd often been jungler in his time spent streaming, but he was a long way from a pro-level support. So it went about as well as you would expect.
I have mana for shield in 2. I have mana shield. We can play it.
You wanna play?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming.
I'll shield you on the combo.
Enemy mid is coming. Carl is coming. We need to kill. You, I would have the shielding combo.
Still, Los Ratones started to make progress in scrims against Tier 2 EU teams. Kadril was hinting a lot of bot lanes, but his excellent macro understanding helped them close out a lot of games. And as for the Messi of League, well, anyone who thought Baus was just a washed-up Scion one-trick was deeply mistaken.
Silas E and not to
They're going on boss. I do not ping there.
Doesn't matter. They already know it.
Right.
We're gonna do it.
It's free now.
I should be fine.
Good flash. What? How?
Bro.
No.
I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. I'm alright.
Serious? What? Are you kidding?
Calm down,
Are
guys.
you kidding?
But even in these earliest days of the team, Los Ratones were doing something very simple but very different. Something that was about to change the game. They were streaming all their scrims. Across years and years of League esports, pro teams have always been very protective of their scrims or practice matches, because any detailed information about their scrims risked leaks that could be catastrophic.
I think IG is going to win because I'm a good friend of IG's coach, and he told me that they have secret weapon.
Insider info, Tabe.
Yeah, he told me that Kakao maybe will choosing Heikrim or Lee Sin jungling.
No wave clear here. They've got the Kalista with no wave clear solo laners. Gonna be hard if HQ get behind.
Tabe was right, everyone.
But Los Ratones were sharing everything, every scrim, every review, the way they prepared for big matches, and the way Baus shaved years off of Kadril's life in real time.
Baus, you need to end the game.
Oh.
Baus!
Maybe you keep out of the wave, huh?
It was a huge risk. It was certainly a competitive disadvantage as the team made their way into the NNO Cup Season 2, their first major test as a team. It was an off-season tournament featuring other streamer teams, including many former pros and strong players. But no matter what it meant for their competitive results, it had the desired effect. One game at a time, each funny exchange, every impossible play, fans fell in love.
I think you killed them. W.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's crazy!
What? Sorry for screaming.
When it came time for the NNO Cup itself, fans didn't know what to expect. Los Ratones showed some promising results in scrims, but Cadril was still struggling to adapt to support. Reckless was still unavailable, and no one knew how the rest of the team would fit together in higher level play. There's no question Los Ratones had good players, but even in Tier 2 or 3 play, organized competitive league is very different than solo queue. Once they started to play though, Los Ratones didn't just win, they dominated.
Never mind, I'm going out.
We got two. Out if you can. Out.
I need to heal, I'm out.
At least one should me.
I'm coming.
No flash on Elise.
I'm coming up base.
At least
Actually ping.
Elise no flash.
On my way. Let's kill this.
I can look maybe.
I'm okay. Something
Huge ult maybe.
I'm gonna knock here.
Huge AoE, huge AoE.
Mega.
Holy shit.
Just look for Sindao, he's a big shutdown. He's dead.
dead.
Sindao's dead.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Let's
you can
go.
get Drake off that.
Nemesis. Nice.
Huge play. Somebody needs to do Drake, guys. Can I
Drake
go
would be.
mid?
Okay,
No.
go hard mid. I'm flash hooking Ziggs if he walks up, by the way.
Okay. No ult will come.
Okay.
I'm flash hooking Ziggs right now.
Good
I'm
job,
flash
top.
hooking Ziggs right now if he walks up. I'm not.
Okay. No flash.
Perfect.
Good job.
Okay, I'm walking up and hooking him again.
Yeah, Ziggs flash.
You might
yeah.
ult this wave, it's okay.
No, he doesn't have. Use the top.
Ult it up, yeah. 20 seconds to Drake.
What the f are you doing up there, Baus?
I don't know. I don't know what my champion does. My champion is killing
You're just
them.
triple killing them.
They swept their way through the tournament, dropping only one game on their way to the finals.
Careful,
He's fighting, he's one-shotting.
Preferent on me.
Baus, they're gonna commit ulti top soon.
Yeah, 100% they're
He's
coming.
fighting already.
He's dead.
I think we're fine.
I vote maybe.
Ben?
There's Skarnerald.
Kill Blitz, kite. Scanner,
Sindao's kinda cooking.
Skarner,
No flash
flash.
Skarner.
kill now. I got him.
Here.
Help Jax.
Vayne is free
Jack.
hitting.
Yeah.
Look on Vayne.
I think you kill her. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Jax could TP in a bit.
I'm coming. Fight.
TP.
Hold on, I'm gonna be there. Nari won't.
I can find more
Jax,
Jax.
Jax.
Try and get out, it's Jax.
No. You can play.
Look at me.
You're OP,
On my
you're OP.
way.
Yeah. Helps in. Blitz.
Killed in one.
Goes in.
Nice, guys.
Despite some questionable plays from the team's coach, they managed a convincing win. Even this early in the project, it was clear that LR had a strong grasp of macro and fit together better than anyone could have expected. With Reckless finally joining the roster in the offseason, there was no question this was a strong team, as far as streamer teams went. But the real challenges were still ahead.
When you put your card down to pay, but forget your paycheck doesn't come until the end of the week, Cash App can save you.
Dude, what the hell?
What?
We did this last year. The ad isn't supposed to be in the voice. Talk normally. Don't make me pull out the fish again. Don't make me pull out the fish again.
Right, of course.
When you spend at least $500 a month with the Cash App card or Cash App Pay, you unlock Cash App Green status, which comes with up to $200 in free overdraft coverage.
Seb, do the ad without the voice. Final warning.
With Cash App, there are no hidden fees. Manage your money on your terms, and
that's it.
Dodge it again! You can't get me with that. A crab? How original.
Man, you'll never learn.
Heading into their first full season as an organization, Los Ratones got a spot in the NLC, Europe's Nordic Tier 2 league, which also includes the UK. And the NLC featured some stiff competition. Their rival teams included several rosters studded with ex-pros, streamers and personalities like Ruddysack, who signed Yankos, Perks, and Humsa, or Nord Esports, whose roster was almost entirely composed of strong former LEC players. Despite being a Tier 2 league, the NLC featured players with experience at the highest levels of the game, up to and including Worlds finalists, even if they weren't quite at that same level.
Oh my god, we went 1-4. No way, man. Not against these guys.
Of course, LR's players had their share of experience too. That said, this was a major step up in terms of competition, and it wasn't initially obvious where Caedrel's squad would fit. But from the very beginning, they dominated. They won the winter split after dropping only a single game.
Very, very low right now, that mid lane tower.
Oh, treats! Massive headbutt pole comes in. Immediately Crownie gets jumped onto, but the Galio comes in to back him up. X-Matty's burning down and Crownie's able to secure the kill. Crownie's still low. No way looking for the kill. What? Chaos Storm is not going to do enough. Crownie finds the double kill as Velia being run down by Vizicachi as now Nord falling apart at the seams.
We're back up in the area. Redemption's coming in. He's caught the Hextech Ultimatum, pulled out by the Impale. But Velia's shielding the dead. Way did he pull that one off? In comes Nemesis, a two-man Roger, a double kill for Bowles. Santorin, he has all the gold. Bowles gets the triple, and that is everybody down. Quadra kill for Bowles. Quadra kill for the Messier League. Notice that execute windows phasing. There's Velia, he picks the hero play. Matty, can he make the escape? Yes, he can, but the base will go regardless. Ratones will take the NLC Winter Cup!
But that win took the Brats to a new level of play, one where they finally faced defeat.
They're looking for the end. One more inhib down, one tower and a Nexus is all they need to take. The Rats with a big knock-up. Can they do the damage? In goes Rel, down goes Ratones, and it will be KCB moving on through.
In Europe, Tier 2 competition is spread out between a number of regional leagues called ERLs. The champions of those leagues then come together to play in the EMEA Masters. As Tier 2 systems go, Masters has historically been tough. This is where the very best teams outside of the LEC gather to prove to the world they deserve to move up. It's full of future hopefuls and experienced vets, a competition where the best teams are often comparable to weaker LEC squads. And the NLC, a smaller league with relatively few resources, had never won since they were created. LR's second match of the event was against Carmine Corp Blue, a powerhouse squad that dominated the LFL, historically one of the strongest ERLs. It was their biggest test to date, and they failed. But Los Ratones had another chance to qualify for the knockout stage, which they did effortlessly with a quick 2-0 sweep over Evi Anfa Esports, leading them to their next big challenge, Turkey's Supermassive, featuring former LEC powerhouse Armut. For a moment, it looked like LR hit a wall. Game 1 was 17-2. The Rats looked outclassed, but they rallied.
Stop playing for kills! Please end the series for the NLC! Do it for all of us! And the Rats have done it! TCL full, NLC advance, and as a wise man once said, smoke the doubters, the whole pack.
And from there, the momentum was all theirs. Los Ratones wasn't just a stream. They were a competitive threat in serious, organized play. They didn't come to compete. They'd come to win.
30 seconds left, and Los Ratones are looking at a 3-0.
4 years and 2 heartbreaks, but third time is a charm.
You can say one thing and one thing only, that Caedrel's project was a respect. Once again, Europe is consumed by the plague of rats. And here, the NLC will stand, hoisting up EMEA Masters for winter 2025.
Los Ratones were definitively the best team outside of the LEC. They'd come together as an experiment. They'd been doubted and overlooked, and still, they were champions.
I think our team functions a lot differently, but I think we got a really good bunch of friends and like a family to come together to just all go on the same page and send it and see what happens. And now, 4 months later, we're winning EMAS in our first split. So, I mean, unless you're going to form a team and grind harder than them, you don't stand a chance.
Los Ratones had arrived. This was objectively, provably more than a content stack, more than a roster pulling eyeballs because their coach and founder is one of the scene's biggest influencers. They weren't just winning, they were winning their way on their terms. Anyone who once believed that Baus inting Scion days meant he wasn't a mechanically gifted top laner was eating their words. He was putting on a clinic, and his macro knowledge made a smoother transition to competitive play than anyone could have imagined. Veli was showing he was an up-and-coming force in Pro League. Though he sometimes struggled with inconsistency, he was picking up the right habits in the right environments, most of the time.
I have something in the game. Yo 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 yo.
Nemesis was reminding everyone why he was once one of the most feared mid laners on the Korean server, and that he still had some of the best mechanics in the West. And their bot lane was able to consistently overpower and carry fights on the back of Crowny and Reckless's years of experience at the highest level. But Los Ratones were also more than the sum of their parts. This was a team that might misplay an early game, fumble a draft, or throw an early game team fight, but you could never count them out. For one thing, they understood macro and mid-game decision-making at a seemingly much higher level than their opponents. But also, like many great teams before them, LR just had a magic ability to clutch.
Bye.
Get the fly! Nice knock-up bounce! Nice knock-up bounce! Watch out for the Gwen! Watch out for the Gwen! Peel! Silence! Look at Tracer! Nice silence! Nemi! Bouncy! Get out, Bouncy! Run! Look out for the Gwen! Come on, baby! We're back! We're so f***ing back!
And they rolled into the spring split as defending champions, now certain they could win. As the odds-on favorite this time, they dominated the NLC.
With the QB, flashes over, Faceky's going low, Nemesis secures himself one as bsky runs away, caught in the knock-up though. Nemesis's damage is absolutely brutal here. He gets the triple, he gets the quadra, they might even go for it. Bucci's on the run, Nemesis jumps over the wall, the team are going to continue to chase. There's the deadly flourish, in comes Nemesis, it's going to be a penta, baby! Nemesis with the penta!
Dragon secured, but they're going to turn it around now onto Velia. All the while, though, Crowny onto the backside for Killer Instinct. He gets the double for Moonlight Vigil. Shiganari takes a few back with him. They can't quite finish up, but wait, what about the turnaround? The cease and desist stops Tayron from claiming the lives he so desperately wanted to claim.
Oh, Peng, look who's behind you.
Actually, don't look. He's going to go for the wall. What an interrupt!
Is it going 5 seconds? 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds!
I don't think he's going to do it. Los Ratones trying their hardest to close this one out. Down goes the Nexus. They 3-0. They remain undefeated.
And then they conquered Masters again.
I've used the word disaster
before. This is a disaster. That's what I was thinking.
The comedic timing could not be better. And Magoo just dies. Chocolate sent skyward and Bounce is on the run, but he's got Reckless by his side. This is going to be a double. This is going to be trouble. And Chocolate now regretting the decision. Meanwhile, for Barca, the way back into the game is here. Reckless engaged. Doesn't connect, but he finds a quickness and a charm eventually. The curtain call doing it in the back line as well as Bounce jumps in against 4 people. Ultis eventually takes the chomp and heals out. Gets a stun down, but Barca have done enough, it seems. With the Cyclone re-engaged, Crowny shuts me up and takes the rest of the meat. Finally, they all fall.
Lila!
They already did this 3-0 in IJC in winter. They're doing it again versus Barca in spring. It seems so simple, taking down Europe. One country at a time, we ask, who can stop them? Who can stop this infestation of rats? It's a new dynasty, new era. It's NLC's time to shine. And led by the Los Ratones, your back-to-back spring EMEA champions.
Los Ratones were on their way to an undefeated season in the ERLs, and they were drawing more viewership than many Tier 1 teams both in Europe and around the world. In many ways, Los Ratones were learning from teams that came before them, from creator-backed organizations like K-Corp or MKOI that were already in the LEC, and from top pro teams that most of the roster had spent their careers competing for. But all their streams continue to reveal that they were just winging it, and their thousands of fans tuning in every day wouldn't have it any other way.
Worst case, if this sucks, we've taken away so many of their champs.
Yeah, we're fine.
We should just stick to the plan.
Lock it in, Granny. Lock in the team.
Yeah,
Lock in the Cassandra.
they're going Leona 100%. Like, try bot.
Balsante.
We can.
What have we been scrimming off stream? Does Baus main this champ secretly? Oh, you're about to see.
While they did lose to Karmine Corp in the semifinals of EMEA Masters 2025 summer, it almost didn't matter. Yes, it was a bittersweet end for the team's incredible dominant run, but it also proved the fans would still stick around despite the losses. The next steps for the org were unclear. LR looked like far and away the best team in the ERLs, and their streams were popping off. But if they wanted to be more than a content team, if they wanted to someday play against Faker for real, not in a Red Bull sponsored show match, they'd have to eventually make their way into Tier 1. But the path there wasn't necessarily clear. Since their inception, the ERLs have seen many dominant rosters. Some of them, like K-Corp, eventually found their way into the LEC, but many others eventually saw their star players poached and moved on. In an era when top teams have spots in top leagues thanks to multi-million-dollar buy-ins, there's no way for a stack of friends to qualify for the big leagues like so many fan-favorite teams did in the past.
So for example, if we wanted to go to the LEC, we'd have to either A, buy a spot for 20 million or something, which is just never gonna happen, or B, we could partner with a team and like, I don't know what that looks like, some acquisition thing, but I don't want to lose the spirit of the Lost Ratones. Like, I don't want to give everything away just to like go to the LEC, but it not feel like the Lost Ratones, you know?
But midway through the summer EMEA Masters tournament in early October, Riot showed they were paying attention.
Source says Riot Games are to launch a new 2026 winter format with 10 LEC teams, Lost Ratones, and the EMEA Masters Summer Champions. 12 teams will compete for first end.
This isn't the same as a permanent LEC spot. As things stand, the rest of the LEC year will only see the 10 teams normally included, but it's a chance for Lost Ratones to genuinely compete in Tier 1, with a spot at first stand on the line. It's a huge opportunity, what they'd been working towards all year, and the team was ecstatic. In the early days, League of Legends was different. Before big esports organizations were the norm in North America, before the scene was selling out sports stadiums, the biggest teams in growing scenes like League were mostly stacks of friends that wanted to play together. There wasn't a lot of money, and very few of them could have reasonably expected to make a living. And while the scene had plenty of problems, it was a sort of heyday that old fans still look back on fondly. It was a time when thousands, millions of people around the world were falling in love with esports and with League for the first time. How did we keep up with the scene? Simple. We watched the streams.
You think you're getting away from me though? Oh my god. Holy shit. Alright, Saber is broken.
Later, YouTube series documenting players' lives picked up steam, and we got more visibility into their lives. The scene grew from there, and by 2013, we had the LCS and other domestic leagues, a world championship cycle, and you probably know the rest. But with how huge esports has gotten, it's easy to forget where it started. With friends, playing mostly online, mostly from home, because it's what they loved to do. But the way most League fans interact with LR has a lot in common with the roots of their scene. Lost Ratones are serious players. They're incredibly talented. They aren't an early days League team. It's hard not to cheer for Baus's giddy chaos or Reckless's earnest seriousness. It's impossible not to scream along with Cadril as they win a game they had no business winning. Lost Ratones is making people into fans by reminding us why we play and why we watch, as they change how we play and how we watch. And we can't wait to see how far they go.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.